In today's video, I'm going to be talking about finding displacement from velocity graphs. And when we're given a velocity graph, the area under the velocity time graph gives us displacement. And remember, the slope of a distance displacement graph gives us velocity. So we're going to be doing things a little bit different from last video. Last video, we were given the displacement graph and we have to find the velocity, which is we have to use the slope. But now what we're going to be doing is we're given the velocity graph, but now we have to find the displacement. So it'll make more sense once I do an example. And we're going to be looking at the area underneath the curve. So what is the hummingbird's displacement from 3 to 3.5 seconds? So 3 to 3.5. So I'm just going to highlight whatever's underneath 3 to 3.5. Oops. Highlight whatever's underneath 3 to 3.5. And we have to find the area underneath this region. So the area of a rectangle is base times height. 0.5 is the length of the base times the height, which is 4, which gives us 2. So the answer is 2 meters. So what's the hummingbird's displacement from 3 to 3.5 seconds? It travels 2 meters. Okay. Another example. A robin is flying and we're given the velocity and time graph. So what is a robin's displacement from 0 to 1.5? So this is a little bit different because there's a little bit negative portion here and there's a positive portion here. So we have to offset and consider that. So we have to find the area of this and add it to the area of this. This area is going to be negative because it is below the x-axis, because we have to find the displacement. So the area of a triangle is calculated with a formula called area is equal to 1/2 base height. So 1/2 times length of the base is 1 and the height is -2. And we're going to add that to the same formula of this for this triangle, 1/2. Length of the base in this case is also 1/2. And we're going to multiply by the height, which is 1. So this will be, we can cancel out, that'll be -1 plus 1/4. So that will be giving us -3/4, which makes sense because the displacement of the area of this triangle is way bigger than the area of this triangle. So it makes sense that it should be more towards negative. Okay, another question. And we're going to have to do the same thing, which is find the area underneath the curve. So we have the velocity and we're given time, and we get to find the displacement from 3 to 5 seconds. So 3 to 5 seconds, we have this to this. So this is actually similar to the first question, except it's below the x-axis. So the displacement is going to be negative, like this question, -3/4 meters was second question. Okay, so what we're going to be doing is finding the area underneath. And the area for rectangle is the base times height. And anything can be the base. I'm just going to take this as the base, which is 2. And the height is -5, which is -10 meters displacement. So the final question, which I strongly suggest trying on your own, you can scroll back to the video and see how I did the other questions and try to do this one on your own before I reveal the answer. Okay, hopefully you've done the question now, and let's do it. So it's the same question. I haven't really changed anything, same concept. I mean, there's a velocity, there's time. It asks us for displacement, so we find the area underneath the curve. 0.5 to 1.5 seconds. So we have to identify where 0.5 is. So 0.5 is just over here, and 1.5 is right over here. So we have to find the area underneath the curve from 0.5 to 1.5. So now we have to find the area underneath this curve. But this is not like just a regular shape. It's actually more like a triangle and rectangle combined. So we can work with that. So first we find the area underneath this rectangle. So we have the height over here is 2.5, and the length of the base, it's going to be constant for the triangle and the rectangle, which is 1. So base times height. 1 times 2.5. That will be giving us 2.5 meters. But we also have to find the area of this triangle over here. And the base is the same, and then the height goes from 2.5 to 5. So what's 5 minus 2.5? That is also 2.5. So 1/2 base times height. Length of the base is 1, and the height is 2.5. So the answer will be 2.5, which is the rectangle from here, plus 5. So you can write 2.5 as 5 over 2 plus 5 over 4, because 2.5 divided by 2. And we can convert this to 10 over 4. That'll be giving us 15 over 4 meters. So this one was a little bit more involved because we had to break up it into a triangle and a square, but hopefully that makes sense.